All right, on this video, we're going to talk about the plea date, or what we call the arraignment date sometimes. And generally, from our perspective, this is your first court date. We're normally not involved in the first appearance if there was one. And so this is the first time that we're actually going to make an appearance in court for you. So this is a very important date, but not a lot is going to happen at it. And what I mean by that is it's important in the sense of if you're not there, then the court will issue an FTA warrant and you're going to be off on a bad start and you're probably going to go to jail. So it's very important that you be there, or if you've made arrangements with us where you don't have to be there, which some courts will give us that accommodation. The only thing that's going to happen at it is I'm going to stand up and say not guilty and waive the reading of the charges, and then we're going to ask for a new court date. And so criminal is different from civil. If you have a civil case with a civil lawsuit, the judge could care less if it's sitting there for 2 or 3 years, so they're not going to keep setting court dates. With criminal defense, it's different because they have to bring the trial within 12 months under our speedy trial law. So because of that, the judge is going to keep setting these pre-trial dates throughout the process. So all we're going to do at plea and arraignment, I'm going to stand up and say not guilty. They're going to give us a new court date, and it depends on which court. Sometimes they call it a report date, others call it a pre-trial, but it's usually 2 or 3 months out. And that's where the case will actually start going. And usually at the plea and arraignment, that's my first opportunity to really talk to the prosecutor. Because you got to remember, this is super important to you. It's affecting your life, it's affecting your freedom. But to the prosecutor, it's just one of another 1,000 cases. And so usually I can't even talk to them or get any information from them until the plea and arraignment. But part of what I do is get there early, visit with them, kind of see where we're headed on this. Is this something we could work out on probation, or is this something that they're going to gear up and kind of press for trial or press for prison time? And so that's on me gathering all that. For you, the only thing you need to make sure that you're doing is that you're at court or attending by Zoom and be wearing clean clothes. You don't have to wear a suit like I do, but make sure you're not wearing shorts, not wearing a shirt with holes in it, that sort of thing. Or we get people sometimes, they claim to have COVID or they're sick or whatever, and they're doing it from their bed. But you just need to make sure that you look clean and presentable. This is your first time to give an impression to the judge. But from our perspective, this is where the case is really going to start going, and where we can really start getting a feel for what the prosecutor is going to do, and then we can move on into discovery and FOIA and see the evidence that they have against you and start working on our strategy going forward. But that's how the plea and arraignment works.